In another development, the National Caretaker Committee of the Labour Party has given the national chairman, Julius Abure, 48 hours to stop parading himself as a leader of the party. Senior political reporter Ademola Lawrence has details.
The factional war in the Labour Party is far from over, with factions laying claim to the April 4th judgment of the Supreme Court as the battle for the soul of the Labour Party intensifies. The chairperson of the party's caretaker committee, Nenadi Usman, warned that Mr. Abure risks disciplinary actions if he continues to work against the interests of the party.
To review the actions of Mr. Abure as it affects the image and integrity of the party. In line with due process and the party constitution, NEC gives Mr. Abure 48 hours notice to show why disciplinary actions should not be taken against him for his numerous acts of gross misconduct against the party. The formal notice of disciplinary action will be sent to the last known address of Mr. Julius Abure. Mr. Abure is hereby warned to desist from parading himself as the national chairman of the Labour Party or impersonating the office in any form.
They have also set up a disciplinary committee to investigate allegations of corruption and abuse of office leveled against him, Mr. Abure, during his tenure as national chairman of the party, and recommend appropriate punishment within 21 days.
Recommend appropriate disciplinary actions in accordance with Article 19 of the Labour Party Constitution and any other relevant extant laws. Lastly, submit a comprehensive report of findings and recommendations to the National Executive Council within 21 days of this memo.
He keeps saying, we should now rely on that. The court said that we should now fall back on the party to decide. Even at that, when he has been disqualified, he has no grip on the NEC again, which is the next stronger organ apart from the National Convention. And the larger number of people in that NEC are saying, don't rule us. Don't be our chairman.
While the Abure-led NWC says the Apex Court validated its leadership, the Nenadi Usman group insists its tenure has long expired as stated expressly by the courts. Ademola Lawrence, TVC News, Abuja.
Chairman of the Labour Party in Imo State from the Julius Abure camp, Calista Sehejiagwa, joins me for more on the leadership crisis rocking the party. Good to have you join us, Mr. Sehejiagwa. The crisis in your party is far from over. What is the justification for suspending the only Labour Party governor in Nigeria?
Thank you so much. It's really unfortunate that we have to get to this point. But let me start by saying that the suspension of Governor Alex Otti is long overdue. I want to commend our national chairman for his patience and tolerance. He has been so patient and tolerated the excesses of Governor Alex Otti for so long. This whole journey started 8 months ago, precisely on the 4th of September, when Governor Alex Otti unconstitutionally convened what he called expanded stakeholders meeting in his government house in Umuahia and purportedly dissolved the National Working Committee, National Executive Council, and all other officers of the party from national level to world level. That was abominable. That was mutiny of the highest order. I commend the national chairman. He ought to have suspended, if not expelled, Governor Alex Otti from the party for such anti-party activity, insubordination, and insurrection against the party. So it's not coming as a news that Governor Alex Otti has worked so hard to destroy and disintegrate Labour Party.
But Mr. Sehejiagwa, what is now left? What is now left of your party? What are you holding on to? Because for a political party to be recognized in Nigeria, you should at least have a governor, sworn in and governing on the platform of your party. And of course, also in the National Assembly. But now you've suspended senators, you've suspended the governor. What is left in your party? What credibility is there?
I am not aware that the position is that for a political party to exist, it must have a governor. That is not the position of the law. The position of the law on what gives a political party a lifeline are clearly stated. Yes, we produce a governor. But when that governor has become an element in the hands of the opposition to destabilize the party, what do you expect the party to do other than to ease him out? And that is what the party has just done, to suspend him indefinitely until he purges himself of all those acts of gross misconduct, insubordination, mutiny against the party leadership. That's simply what we have done.
All right. Quite surprisingly, Nenadi Usman's name is not on that list of members suspended. Also, Peter Obi, who was your party's presidential candidate in the 2023 general election, was equally not suspended. But we also know that he was actually at that meeting convened by Governor Alex Otti. What is the rationale behind this?
Senator Nenadi Usman, with all due respect, is not a member of Labour Party. So Labour Party cannot waste its time to suspend somebody who is not our member. We have consistently maintained this point, and she has not denied it anywhere. She is not a member of Labour Party. That's why it becomes so laughable that she could lend herself as an instrument of destabilizing Labour Party. A person who is not a member of a party is parading herself as a purported caretaker committee chairman of the party. That is ridiculous. That is why we did not suspend her, because she's not our member. Then you ask about Mr. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of our party. Our party follows due process. We are following due process in all we are doing. We are not a party that can be stampeded. At the fullness of time, as the due process the party has set the machinery, there is a disciplinary committee. By the time they conclude their reports, if they find anything on Peter Obi, the party will also take its position.
So when you talk about due process, very quickly, let me make this point quickly. When you talk about due process, do you mean that your faction of the Labour Party has had to sit with Governor Alex Otti to clarify issues and get his side of the story?
First of all, let me, with all due respect to your station, clarify that there is no faction in Labour Party. Labour Party is under the able leadership of Mr Julius Abure. There is no faction. It's just like somebody coming to parade himself as the president of Nigeria, and you now begin to call Bola Tinubu factional president of Nigeria and address the other person as factional president of Nigeria. That is not correct. Then secondly, the National Executive Council of our party set up a disciplinary committee. Disciplinary committee extended invitation to Governor Alex Otti, and if he did not come, the party will not wait for him in perpetuity. Disciplinary committee concluded their mandate, filing their report, and NEC met and adopted that report. Today he has been suspended. And let me make a point clear that I wanted to make all this while. In political party, no individual is indispensable. When the Supreme Court said that party is supreme, what it simply means that every member of the party must work under the party leadership and the constitution of the party. That you a governor does not make you above the law. That you a governor does not make you above the political party. Remember that it's under the platform of that political party that you ran election and became governor in the first place. Governor Alex Otti has contested under APGA. He failed woefully. He contested under PDP. He failed woefully. He contested in APC. He failed woefully. And he came to Labour Party, and the grace that is following Labour Party made him to win election. For crying out loud, he should at least respect the party that made him to achieve his lifetime ambition of becoming a governor. We are not asking for too much.
All right. I believe you've made your point, Mr. Hejagwa, chairman of the Labour Party in Imo State from the Julius Abure camp. Calista Hejagwa, thank you very much.
There is no Julius Abure camp. We only have one Labour Party under Julius Abure.
At 7. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.